Hello everybody, this is Starman and welcome back to Let's Play the Tesla Effect. Well, a quick check of our PI rating indicates we've got one bulb lit up so far, and our current path is a double life, which is the name of the pathway where we woo Taylor, so we're on the right track for this particular video series. But last time we found out 7 years have passed. We're apparently dating Louis' niece. And when he doesn't have a ladder, but he said they might have one at the Golden Gate Hotel where they've been doing some renovations. So.
Wow. This place really has been renovated. I guess that dumbbell Ardo must have come into some money. But as I walk to the counter, I suspect this place is under new management.
Welcome to the Golden Gate Hotel. How can I help you? Mr. Murphy?
Well, let's go ahead and play a slightly different path.
Wow. Service around here has gotten a lot better and a lot smarter. Call me Tex.
No, thank you. The last time I tried that, you were all...
I'm a professional and should be treated as such.
For some self-righteous baloney like that. Management heard about it and I didn't get any time off for a month.
And that was supposed to be me? How do you know so much about me anyway?
Unlike you tangibles, we have computer brains.
Well, you holograms certainly have a lot more attitude these days. Usually have to get to know a woman's first name before she'll treat me like this.
You know very well who I am. Hologram. Cute, right? You tangibles just can't resist a pun.
Oh yeah, we humans love the lowest form of humor. Speaking of which, holograms are people too. I mean, what kind of a joke is that?
So you can read. It's for the hologram rights movement.
I hate to tell you this, but holograms aren't people. And I ought to know because I've dated a few.
That's exactly what they used to say about minorities, women, and mutants. It's our turn now. I'm officially on strike.
Strikes work a little better when you're not on the job.
Civil disobedience isn't easy when your oppressors control you with a button.
Pound the hard drive, let's go with that.
Well, you go, girl. Graham.
Really? You're the last person I thought I'd hear that from. Everyone in this neighborhood's afraid of you, you know.
I think you may have the wrong Mr. Murphy. A little Q&A might clear that up.
Sure. Though I should warn you, I don't get up much. Now that I know you support the hologram rights movement, I may have to reevaluate my opinion of you. I heard gunshots, and then the speeder came flying out and took off. Well, it's no Golden Gate Hotel, is it? We keep everything like that over at the Snow White warehouse. I think he came in one time with Mojo, the kid from the barbecue place. It was awkward.
Which is the most polite thing you can say about dealing with Archie.
Taylor's my bestie. My real friend. I don't know what she's doing with you. Oh, you know me. Just a hologram. Here to serve my tangible oppressors. I've heard they keep a key or something to get inside the warehouse by the door. The nicest tangible I've ever met.
I should look around the hotel lobby and see if there's anything here that could help me out. When visiting Salt Lake, be sure to visit... Oh. This place could use a woman's touch.
Heh, because Holly can't touch anything.
It's a key to a lockbox. When visiting Salt Lake, be sure to visit... Oh.
Alright, so now we have a key. And the warehouse seems further than it was before.
I'm pretty sure every one of your cases involves the Snow White warehouse somehow.
What do we got here? It's like instructions to get into the Snow White warehouse.
Alright, so let's look at the key.
It's a key to a lockbox.
4268.
What do we got here? It's like instructions to get into the Snow White warehouse.
Hey Joe, where you going with that gun in your hand? We changed the Snow White warehouse lockbox code. New code's 4268. Destroy this after reading. Well then, guess we'll use that to open the box. 4268.
Wow, is this still here? I used this to deal with a cunning criminal on my Under a Killing Moon case who had a bad case of bozophobia.
Actually, the fear of clowns is chlorophobia. I know, I'm such a geek for knowing that, but, like, I'm ashamed of being a geek or anybody shocked I'm a geek.
Ooh, it's me, Rusty Kids, and I'm here. Mommy's come back.
I heard he had my name tattooed on his knuckles, and he wants to show me firsthand when he gets out of prison. I'm not really looking forward to that. Yep, that's the Snow White warehouse.
And yeah, apart from the clickbait down there, nothing we can look at down here. So as usual when it comes to the warehouse, what we need is up here.
Looks like an interesting read. Amateur. Now that I have a ladder, I can get into the second floor of the electronics shop.
Now, to go and investigate that crime scene before the authorities find me here talking to myself. And yeah, we have the Savant School over there where we can look through various portraits.
This became a highly sought-after neighborhood post-World War III when it was found that the radiation couldn't penetrate through all the lead paint.
But I'll do that and pick up all of the spare comics off camera. If you want to see me play through all that, go watch the first video series again. Almost forgot where I was going. So anxious to go check out the rest of the old neighborhood. Alright, so look at the yon ladder.
Nice ladder. Yeah, Louis once told me these rooms were used by bootleggers and smugglers during Prohibition. There were hidden panels in rooms where they'd hide their stash. Someone needs to update their poster collection. Prohibition ended 100 years ago. That's a damn shame. This guy was working diligently to get a free sub at well, someone's been living up here. Someone needs to update their poster collection. Someone's been spying on the citizens of Chandler Avenue. Oh, I was anti-Habition myself.
You ain't got anything on the shelves, and here is our first puzzle. Well, it's more of a game than a puzzle, but this is a slightly more complex version of the old Simon game. So we got blue, purple, yellow. Yellow, orange, red, green, purple. Now here's the complex one that always threw me. Go get 8 steps there, so it's orange, blue, yellow, I think it was 3 o'clock. Oh yeah. That's the last one. Okay, so 11 o'clock. Ah, Okay, so 11 o'clock, 5 o'clock. 11 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 9, 8 o'clock, 8:30-ish. I'm going to have to write this one down. Lovely little horse farting noise there. Okay. Grab the old PI notebook here. So we've got orange at 11, blue at 5. Yellow at 8. Then it was yellow at 3. No, it wasn't. Okay, 6, 1, 12. 6, 1, 12. Okay. Okay, what is it after 12 o'clock? 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, then 7. Alright. Okay. The other 11 o'clock. Alright, 11. 5, 8, 6, 1, 12, 3, and 7.
What the hell's been going on in there?
Another day, another head injury.
Don't shoot.
Alright, so that brings us to day 2. Tex gets his mojo on, or dial M for moron.
Following our first lead and we get ourselves caught in a laser net. All in a day's work, right?
Smart Alex had a point, but I wasn't going to let him have the satisfaction of knowing so. There was one good thing about spending hours stuck in a laser net. You've got time to think. Who is this guy? Who killed him? And what kind of surveillance was he doing right across from my apartment? And what's in the metal canister? Have 7 years really passed without me remembering it? Is it related to my head injury or the injection mark on my arm?
Is he dead?
Well, I think you missed a hell of a party.
Party?
Yeah, you're here in time for the laser show.
I wouldn't do that. I was here to meet Carlos Maldonado. Is that you? Or him?
Look, I just stumbled onto this little nightmare, and I need to find out who this guy was and what he was doing. I'm a PI, and I assume this guy is Maldonado. My name's Murphy. Who are you?
Mason said Maldonado was a PI. Were you working with Mason too?
I'll be honest. I don't know if I was working for Mason or not. Actually, I'm having severe memory problems here, so anything you can tell me about Maldonado or Mason or what's in the cryo chamber here would be greatly appreciated.
I think I set off an alarm when I came in here. I don't usually do this kind of thing. I was just trying to help Mason. He said, come in here, find the PI, get the cryo chamber, and keep it safe.
Hey, I found that first.
Slow learner. You have to find Mason. I think he's in big trouble with bad people. I don't know why. He's a neurologist, for God's sake. But you have to promise me that if I let you go, you won't come after me. You'll find Mason.
Oh, I promise. My fingers are so frozen I can't cross them.
Not that I have any clue who this guy is.
If your memory problems are part of all this, Mason is the only one who can help you. So you need to find him and bring him back safe just as much as I do. I'll be in contact soon.
Which begs the question of how he had a control to shut the laser net off. Clearly he knows more than he's letting on.
Man, those cops are getting close, but I don't want to leave this place without a clue. I better hurry. That might come in handy.
Strictly speaking, I would never...
Someone's been spying on the citizens of Chandler Avenue. As I try to make my great escape down the ladder, I find two officials waiting to greet me. Hello, boys.
Well, if it isn't Tex Murphy, what were you doing in there?
Well, it's a little hard to
Oh, you know the drill.
I was really trying to get my hands on that surveillance equipment. Maybe I could see exactly what happened to me. Now the only way I'll find it is if New San Francisco's finest decides to play ball with me. I don't know where they'd start now, but I'd better polish up on the old Murphy charm.
Whether you're a mutant or a normal, San Francisco is our home. Be a part of the solution to crime. You see something suspicious, please report it to the SFPD immediately.
Make it quick, Murphy. I got about a million things to do. And wasting time on you ain't one of them.
Didn't take you long to get in trouble, did it? You here to turn yourself in?
And shockingly enough, this is the second place where our destiny in the game is set for good or ill. So we'll go ahead and do getting nowhere.
So, where's Malden? Not that I'm complaining.
In case you didn't get the memo, I head up the department now. And things aren't as loosey-goosey as they were under Malden.
Okay, we do not want to go with the press for information about Chelsea option.
Yeah, I gotta admit, Malden did like his goosies a little loosey. So why is it you think I came down here to turn myself in?
Well, we just found you at a crime scene with a dead body. That dead body happens to be Carlos Maldonado, a PI working the same neighborhood as you. Is that your way of intimidating the competition?
The name Maldonado means nothing to me. And I insist that you give me a polygraph test to prove it.
I was just reviewing your file when you came in.
Is that a lot? Because it looks like a lot.
August 2047. Beek Nariz, NSFPD informant. Beaten and hospitalized after providing information about Tex Murphy. Nariz refuses to identify his assailant. No charges ever filed. November 2048. Surveillance video shows suspected extortionist Jen Lee leaving the Golden Pagoda with Tex Murphy, never to be seen again. The case remains unsolved. Shall I go on? In the past few years, you've gained quite a reputation for yourself. You've got New San Francisco's criminal underbelly running scared.
You're a cop. Isn't that the way you like your criminal underbellies?
We arrest criminals so they could be tried in a court of law. We don't just kill them, and I won't tolerate vigilantism. If you didn't kill Maldonado, what were you doing there?
Well, I'm drawn to laser nets like a moth to the flame. I followed the trail and saw that Maldonado had surveillance equipment aimed at my office. I want to find out what he recorded.
Who cares what he recorded? If you're such an upstanding citizen, you've got nothing to hide, right?
Ah, the NSA motto.
Yeah, right. You're not going to check inside my toilet tank, are you?
I don't even think you're joking about that. You're free to go, Murphy. For now. Any questions?
Yeah, as a matter of fact...
I'm not sure what to think of you, Murphy. I have no evidence of an abduction. Just a dead body and only one person of interest. It might be in your best interest if you could find out what happened. That whole neighborhood seems to attract more than its fair share of trouble.
And yet Louis was talking about how peaceful it was.
She's an investigative reporter at the Bay City Mirror. One of the less obnoxious ones.
Yeah, too bad we don't get to see Lucia Purnell in all of this.
I know Maldonado was a dirtbag, but unless it's in self-defense, killing somebody, even a dirtbag, is a crime, and will be prosecuted. As far as the coroner and the commissioner were concerned, finding Chelsea's remains in your speeder were enough to pronounce her legally dead.
That encrypted memory stick probably has some useful information on it.
Oh, great advice. If you could help me break it, then I'd be impressed. Guess I'll have to see if anyone else on the street can break it for me. Nice to meet you, Maldonado. I'll need to find a computer whiz to break the encryption on this memory stick.
Well, first things first, let's head back to the office, see if there's any messages for us. And we are still firmly upon the double life path, and PI rating is not advanced any, but we haven't walked around the neighborhood asking silly questions.
This message is for Mr. Tex Murphy. Storm clouds are brewing. Are you with White Russians or against us? A White Guard member is close. Prove your loyalty, and we will reveal the truth.
What the heck was that? There must be another Tex Murphy in the phone book.
Yeah, except we have that information on the White Guard on our desk, so we probably know something. Unfortunately, I don't believe we get to explore that avenue on the Romancing Taylor pathway. But we got a few more locations open now. But we'll go ahead and check with all of them first before we go to the person we are supposed to talk to about getting this flash drive fixed.
Hey, what can I do for you, Murph?
Even though I know that Louis, for all of his wonderful traits, is not a computer hacker.
I'm no good with that computer stuff, but that little fella at the barbecue joint is a whiz. I'll bet he could get you taken care of. Haven't had another food joint on the street since Francesca ran the Slice of Heaven. I thought it might cut into my business some, but not so far. Maybe we just don't have a lot of barbecue eaters around here.
Yeah, everybody around here tends to like the brains and eggs platter.
That Holly is a real spitfire. I don't know how I feel about the whole holograms of people too thing, but yeah, why not? I can't really talk about that. If she died the way the cops said she did, burned inside your speeder, it's just too much to think about. I keep a little hope that maybe she ain't dead at all. Or at least that maybe she died in a more peaceful way. You wouldn't remember him. He moved into the neighborhood a few years back. Not a pleasant man. I'll leave it at that.
Alright, well, we'll go ahead and ask Holly. The free cards and Rusty's are still closed. And yeah, Holly's on
must be out on
strike.
strike. I'd better come back later to talk to her.
Okay, well, you know, this chapter is starting to run a bit long, so I think we'll go ahead and call it here. And next time, we will begin talking to the other people in our neighborhood. We will see you then.